Just getting started. Uh, Found this tournament yesterday. Has a big guarantee on it. 60,000 prize pool guarantee. 4-hour late registration. I got in about an hour late. Had a last minute call. Someone needing a ride back to the casino. So I get a text, I get up and go, but I charge extra if it, it's going to inconvenience me and make me late for something like this. So they were willing to pay, so I had to go, even though I charged more. It's like I'm free rolling based off of what I charged them, so my total deposit for the day was less than what I charged them. So this is a player knockout tournament where you get extra when you knock people out. It's $3.75 per person you knock out. This guy just called a raise, but that shouldn't be in his range. So should be good here, and he should fold his ace king, ace queen, king queen, whatever. I may be a little more ultra aggressive due to the fact that I'm late to the party. Catch up a little bit on chips. Average stack is 138. I'm at 136. We started with 125, so could have been just 10 minutes late if I didn't stop and grab something to eat, but I figured I'd stop then because I'd be hungry later on and I'd have to get up and go get something or go over here and cook something. Which cooking nothing doesn't really take much. I can throw some stuff in the air fryer and Instapot and let it cook while I play. It's not a big deal. We're not going to play the hands on aggressively. Three bet. See if we can flop the world. We flop pretty close to the world. We're gonna go for it. No! Give me a 9 or a jack. Yes! Fuck. Oh my god, he got a straight flush to the queen. Oh my gosh. That is fucking bullshit. I don't even know if I want to play again. Oh my gosh. I flop 2 pair, I'm winning. They give him an 8 to give him a straight to the queen. I need a jack or a 9 to get a full house. They give him the jack of hearts, giving him a straight flush to the queen. I mean, that's got to be the sickest of sickest. I've seen. I don't even know if I can tolerate any more of this shit. Oh my gosh. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Yes, do it. We got to. Let's go. We owe it to ourselves on that one, man. That is some bullshit. We got our money in good, all in. Boom. Where the fuck is my table? It's way up here. I hate this. Sometimes it messes up. Well, I guess we fold. We can't see our cards. There we go. What did we just fold? Pocket aces or something? Probably. Oh, 6. Yeah, that was pretty brutal there, man. They're wrong for that shit, bro. Call with Jack 9 suited. Flop comes 9-10 Jack. He bets, I go all in. He calls, he's got a queen. He's open ended and he's got an overpair. I give him that. They give him the 8 to give him a straight. I need a Jack or a 9 to get a boat. I get the Jack, but they give him the Jack of hearts to give him the straight flush to the queen. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We gotta put that in the hand calculator. Yep, we're putting that in there. We're gonna see how ahead or behind we were, how bad the odds really were. He had Queen of Hearts, and we'll say Queen of Spades, although I'm not sure. I had Jack of Spades, 9 of Spades. Tournament. Percentage calculator. I was on the wrong app. So on the flop, of course, he's slightly ahead, even though I have two pair because he's open-ended. Turn comes. I'm an absolute dog by the turn. In the river. I don't know, it's just ugly. Like I wasn't even that far behind on the flop. My two pair was ahead, but it was like he was a bigger favorite. What the fuck is with this guy? I'm just sick of these folks. I just want to go all in again. I think I'm on tilt now. I'm pissed about that hand. They should give me 2 8s on the flop. This guy's gonna have to go all in. If he can't call, he doesn't have enough chips. He literally just called. Oh my god, it was the dumbest call ever. I'm all the way behind. I gotta chase. He's gonna shove or fold. He shoves. It's capped, right? Give me a red 8. God, they suck. I can't even call. So much money in the middle. Aces. Good fold. I didn't want to fold, but I was like, I can't. Oh, shit. Now I got no chips. This is my last bullet for this one. I'm gonna go play some video games. Come out cheaper. Oh, man, that was an ugly hand. I'm still pissed about it. We're just looking for a hand to go all in with. Let's call our poker dealer friend and tell him about this bad beat as he gets ready for work. You got time for a bad beat story worse than yours?
Oh, damn, worse than mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Online Chronicles. Check this shit out. Playing this tournament. Somebody raises. I make it 3 times their raise to push them out. Another person makes it 3 times my raise. So the initial raise was like 3,000. I make it 9,000. This guy makes it 27,000 from the big blind. So I know he's strong. I have Jack 9 of spades, and I was like, if I flop it, I'm gonna catch him. I know he's got an overpair to make it that much. So I call. The flop comes Jack 9 10 with 2 hearts. So I got 2 pair. So I'm like, okay. He's probably got kings or something, but he ain't got king queen, right?
Right.
Cool. So he bets the flop. I shove because I want the overpair to call. I've got 2 pair, right?
Right.
He has pocket queens. He's got the queen of spades, queen of hearts. The turn is the 8 of hearts giving him the straight to the queen. So I'm like, fuck, I need a jack or a 9 to win. The river is the jack of hearts giving him a straight flush to the queen, Artie. 2 kicks in the balls, back to back.
Yep.
It's like, wow. I was just like, what the hell? Like, I mean, as if him making the straight wasn't enough. It's like, oh, let's put the jack of hearts, give you a boat, but give him a straight
really
flush.
The shit out of you, yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, motherfuckers. Yeah, so that's how the morning's going. You're live on YouTube, so you can say hello to all the YouTube people that aren't watching, but yeah. I'll take you off speaker now, though. But yeah, that shit was fucking horrible. Yeah. I thought I won the hand, and then I realized it was the jack of hearts, and I was like, you're fucking kidding me. It's like, wow. Yeah, I was like, that's going to be an Artie story right there, boy. That's one of the worst of the worst of the worst. And even though I had 2 pair and he had 1 pair, because he was open-ended, he was actually like ahead with an overpair and open-ended. It made him the favorite, just slightly. It was like 3%. But hell, that's how it goes, I guess. Anyway, what'd you do last night? Work, make the money? Made it all. Yeah, I did some laundry and played some video games till about 5 in the morning. Laid down. Woke up to a text from Sonny saying somebody needed a ride back to Windstar. How much? I was like, $40. Can't do no less than that. I'm asleep. Tells the guy says, okay, come on. So I go ahead and go take him. Which makes me about 10 minutes late for this tournament. And then I stop and get food. I eat a little bit. So it makes me like an hour late for this tournament. When I would have probably just cooked and ate here, but I was out on the road. So it's like, stop and get some food. But yeah, good old times, I guess. You about to get up? Oh, you're already up? Ain't that early for you? Oh, you gotta be there at what time? Oh, yeah, I guess. I thought you lived pretty close there, right? Oh no, I didn't know it was that far. Well, yeah, that explains why you're up. Shoot, I get it now. Yeah, I get it. Well, hell, I ain't gonna hold you up. I just wanted you to hear how bad I'm getting brutalized over here. That's that's basically it. It's like, hey, you want a bad beat story? Here you go. So, but yeah, I'll holler at you later on. All right. Yeah. So that is a friend of mine that is a poker room supervisor at Ameristar in Aurora, Colorado. So when we were playing poker a lot at the time, he used to say all these bad beats would only happen to him. Like he had the worst luck in poker ever. People constantly drew out on him. And, basically like the lowest percentage hands would get there when they're not supposed to. It would happen to him every time. So, I don't know. That was his claim to fame. He was also a DJ. So, he got ready to go on the cruise ship as a DJ for Carnival. And he's like, man, I need a DJ name. He was like, I've been DJing all this time, but everybody just knows me by Artie. And I said, shit, the way you talk about all them bad beats in poker, your name is DJ Bad Beats. And he was like, what? And I said, yeah, DJ Bad Beats. I said, nobody's going to know it's from poker. They're going to think it's because you spinning the bad beats on the ones and twos. The only people that's going to know it's from poker is me and, everybody else that played poker with you. And that was the name he went with, and it stuck. I'm talking about it stuck for real. Like after he come off the ship, he was DJing in Atlanta. DJ Bad Beats. I mean, he's got Instagram and everything. So it was like, yay, I made a name. I created a persona or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that was my input, DJ Bad Beats. But yeah, so that's where the whole bad beat story and all that, because I always say he get the bad beats when he's playing poker. People will river the one outer they need every time against them. There was one card in the deck that could save their soul. Here it comes. I'm all in. I don't know what this guy's doing, but I'm not fucking around anymore. Ace Queen suited is definitely going all the money to the middle. You're either for real or you're playing. $4,000. He only doubled the blinds. He's playing. He's full. Oh, he called. Why would you? Oh, wow. And they're giving it to him? Come on. Come on. Okay, because I was like, if y'all let this motherfucker suck out, I'm quitting poker forever. I deserve that ace on the river after what I went through. So we're back to 1,000 above the starting stack. We can breathe a little bit now. But the blinds are pretty high. We're not in the clear. So we got to play some good poker and build up some chips if we want to stand a chance of just getting in the money in this thing. I don't even know about winning. We're just trying to get in the money. There's 1,452 players total that have entered. 1,393 left. Or no, I'm 1,393 of 1,452. Yeah, that's what that is. My bad. That's my pole position. But yeah. Yeah, I went and bought a rotisserie chicken. I wanted to go to IHOP and get an omelet. That would have took way too long. Been more than an hour late. Shout out to Sonny from Jiffy Gems, man. Appreciate the hookup, man. You always do call me if somebody needs a ride anywhere. Hey, I got this person need a ride here, this person need a ride there. You driving? Hell yeah, I'm driving. Let's go get this money. So, I appreciate them referrals, man. One of these days I'll be able to throw something your way if I win this tournament or something. Or one of these tournaments I'll be playing. There's a tournament on 21st of April. I'm looking at playing live at the casino. They're calling it the Gargantuan, which of course they're still in the namesake from WSOP, because this is WPT. It's a $130 buy-in. Prize pool has a 100K guarantee. You normally can't play a tournament with that guarantee for that price. So I will probably do 2 to 3 entries, depending on what I feel about it. Definitely gonna get one in there. The only thing I'm concerned about is they did this with a tournament during WSOP, and it was a gimmick. It was a money pit. So basically the buy-in was cheap. But then immediately when the tournament started, you could pay more money and add on chips. And then if you lost, you could rebuy and you could add on to that same big stack. So, like, I get the rebuy. I'm all for the rebuy. But the thing is the add-on, where basically this is the main entry. You start with this many chips. But I think it was like a $70 tournament. And you started with like, I don't know, 7,000 in chips. And then if you paid 40 more bucks, you got an additional 3,000 to give you 10,000. You know, but it wasn't you were eliminated and you rebought. It was just if you wanted to spend the money, you could have more chips than other people that didn't want to spend the money. Well, I immediately recognized it, and I'm like, yeah, this is a money pit. I didn't know this because they didn't do it till after you bought in. And I was like, well, I'm going to just sit here and beat the hell out of people, you know, because I'm used to playing against people with more chips than me. So I sat down and just went to work. And I generated so many rebuys from my table. Rebuys and add-ons, rebuys and add-ons. I'm just taking people out left and right, left and right. But ultimately, I got eliminated by a player that I beat like 3 or 4 times and made him rebuy. I mean, this guy's got $300, $400 into a tournament that I'm only in for $70, you know. Like, I've eliminated him 4 times or 3 times, and then the 4th time he beats me. You know, it just allows negative variance to catch up. Like, the good player beating the bad player is supposed to happen. I'm outplaying him. Well, I outplayed him and beat him 3 times in a row. Well, the 4th time he gets his 1% hand that he gets lucky and sucks out on, you know. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of those. A lot of people show up with like $500 and are willing to just rebuy to a certain stage of the tournament. And it basically turns me into a grinder or a nut peddler, where I have to play like best hand poker the whole time. You know, if I'm not planning on rebuying, I'm not really mixing it up, gambling too much. I'm just going all in with the best hand every time. I I'm not bluffing too much. I mean, I did bluff, but not. If you're in a tournament where there's no rebuys, or you're in a tournament where there's rebuys, one re-entry or something like that, it's different. But if it's unlimited rebuys and people can pay extra to get more chips than you, you know, more than the original starting stack, it's, I don't know, it's just gimmicky. It's really not my thing. And I guarantee this is how that is. They have multiple flights for it. I think there's like 6 flights. And I guarantee you're going to start with a real shallow stack. And then there's going to be where you can add on to increase your stack. Or you can just stay with the starting stack. And what people don't realize is these tournaments have guarantees on them. The poker league or agency, whatever you want to call them, they put 100,000 guarantee on this tournament. So if nobody does the add-on and just do rebuys, you're forcing the people running the poker tournament to add to the prize pool themselves. And you're still playing the tournament. You can still rebuy. Just don't do the add-on. The add-on is the gimmick part. We'll just call. I think my camera is a little bit to the other side. Yeah, there we go. That's more where I'm at normally. Damn, you want 8,000 that bad? You went all in? Okay. Apparently both of you have really good hands, and this isn't for me. 9s versus 10s, and I hit the queen. He hits the 9. I'd have lost to a set of 9s. He had the worst hand and he won. That's what I'm talking about. The guy with pocket 10s is probably so pissed right now because he got his money in. He was ahead. Oh, I'm ahead. Oh, no, I'm not. They gave him a 9 on the flop. Fucking bullshit. He probably just broke his mouse and every monitor on his setup, probably. Like I said, if you can't win this, you can always play Xbox. I just don't want nobody coming in there with garbage. You making $4,000 the whole table calls. See, but he made it $4,000 with 9s last time, so I'm gonna just call. Cause he'll do that with a pocket pair. We got jack high flush draw, good shot if we get a 10. It's bettable. Nothing like betting without betting with a draw. Even if you get called, you got equity. If they fold, you take down the pot. Hey, we're on break. All right, I will mute the audio. And also All right, back a little early. Started loading the washing machine, so if you hear that noise, that's what it is. Don't panic. I do value my audio content, but gotta get laundry done, folks. But for a little while, my dryer was down, just because I didn't want to continue to replace the same heating element. I replaced it once and it went back out a couple months later. But it was one of those cheap ones on Amazon. I went on ahead and paid for one of the manufactured ones that cost a little more. It's okay so far. We'll see what happens in 90 days. But I did pull the thermostats off and they tested them for me to make sure it wasn't a thermostat issue. There's 3 thermostats on the dryer. And I also brought the heating element. You could see where it overheated and blew up. So it's definitely that. I mean, I'd win this hand with 6-7, but who knows you're gonna get that. They're just betting away. I'd call so quick and take him out. Who's gonna play 6-7 offsuit out of position from the small blind? When you're low on chips in relation to the blinds, probably not me. Oh, I've moved up. I'm now 806 out of 1,579 players. But I'm still below the average chip stack. In case you guys are wondering why I played this, it has such a huge prize pool for a cheap price. $60,000 prize pool for $16.50. You're not gonna see that anywhere. Like I just told you about a tournament at the end of this month. $130 buy-in for $100,000 guarantee, where I'm paying less than $20 for $60,000 guarantee. That's why I was willing to rebuy at least once. I was actually willing to rebuy 3 times maybe, but I started late. If I started at the beginning, I could rebuy 3 times. But since I got the late start, by the 3rd rebuy, everyone's chip stack in relation to the blinds, like I'm behind now. I'd be further behind on another rebuy. So it's like I'd have to double up real quick. In a couple of weeks, I'll be getting new carpet, so the game plan is to move all of my furniture and belongings into the kitchen area, and whatever else I can't fit in the restroom area. It's gonna be a 2-day thing. 1 day of them pulling up the carpet, then another day of the installers putting down the new stuff. I just figure it's worth it. Debating if I want to watch the Grammy salute to the Beach Boys tonight. I think it'd be good. They got a lot of good singers that are gonna go up and sing all their songs for them. I like the Beach Boys songs. They're cool. Their own, basically their own genre. Never heard anyone else sound like them. You recognize them anytime they're singing with that pitch. It'd be something to watch if I'm not playing video games. I don't know. I don't know how this goes. I may, if eliminated, I may air up the tires on my bicycle and take a ride. Went and played basketball with my nephew yesterday and found out how out of shape I was. I'm not really, let's say, out of shape. Let's just say I'm out of basketball shape. You know what I mean? There's a real weak bet here. I have to defend myself from these big stacks because they will make moves and take down pots. And you have to be willing to take risk. Sometimes it works, sometimes you get caught. It's just the nature of the game. I don't even like this hand, but there's a pot involved that makes me want to play it, but I'm gonna fold it. Good fold. A lot of people in churches today. I was driving by on the way back. Never seen that many cars any other Sunday. They had this saying. It was like, the Sunday around Christmas and Easter, you've seen people that ain't been to church all year show up, they say. They come out of the woodworks for those 2 days. Might not see them again the rest of the year. Why are they just making it 5,000 something? It's like they're trying to play small ball. What was he betting 15,000 and then he couldn't call that river bet, you know? He was probably betting 15,000 to try and win the pot. And the old boy called and he had to bend and ship after that. Uh-oh, shit got real now. You wanted to re-raise them. Oh, whoo, shit, they both got, oh, wow. Oh, spade draw for the queen high, king high flush. He misses it. Oh, my goodness. You beat pocket queens. I couldn't beat pocket queens. They gave him a straight flush to the fucking queen high hearts. So, lucky you. Guess you have to have less chips in order to win that hand. I'm gonna bet 6,250 in order to win 6,550. Wonder if anybody else noticed that. Guess this guy did. Took a long time to check. Alright, we got 2 pair now. keep winning the occasional pot. Make a little bit of money here and there. Just keep chugging along. Stretching my neck. This guy's taking so long. Finally, 1 year later. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He re-raised. Three-way all in? Oh, yeah. Kings. Ace, queen, and nines. Ooh. Oh, my gosh. 10, jack, queen. How's the kings win anything? Oh, no straight out there. What I miss? I'll pull that back up. Damn it. And I have a hand and I'm screwing with this shit. Fuck the replay. Let me get to my hand. Oh my gosh. Sitting here fucking with this replay and I had a good hand. Alright, let's see. 10, jack, queen, king. Oh, he just hit a queen, so pair of kings beats a pair of queens. 9, 10, jack. Okay. Shit off my screen. Got enough shit going on. Minimize. Still, we can steal the blind that we lost a while ago that we should have won. Nope. Nines and fives. I'll pick up a little something here. So he slow played the 8. Good move, I guess. Scared to bet me. A little nippy. So I guess with the new carpet, I'm gonna kind of do some spring cleaning. I got a few drawers that are just full of junk. I want to go through with large trash bags and just everything that needs to be thrown away, throw it away. Just a bunch of junk. Then I have maybe clothes that I want to throw away as well. And I just want to clear out a bunch of junk. Get it down to less. Like here I have a file cabinet with 3 drawers in it. A lot of it is just boxes to the stuff I bought. It's pretty much, I'm not gonna sell it. It's way outside of the return date. The only way I'd box it up is if I'm moving. So the boxes I would probably put inside one of my empty totes. Just getting them out of the drawers. But then there's just like random junk. Just accumulative junk. Like literally in one of my drawers I have maybe 5 phone cases to my old phone that I don't have anymore. So get rid of those. It's just a lot of stuff I don't need anymore that I have just around. I still don't understand the ridiculous pricing of Yeti cups and coolers. I need someone to explain to me the justification behind that. Cause I'm just like, why is this shit so high? It keeps your stuff cold longer. So do all the other cheaper brand cups. Here we're gonna go for a check raise. He should bet again. We want to bump it to maybe 33 or so. Wow, he didn't call. So he couldn't have had ace king there. Either way, we made more money on the pot by check raising him. So we did all right. I'm debating if I should sell my old Xbox controller now that I got the new one. I think I'm gonna keep it. If my nephew comes up, we can play video games, play basketball against each other on NBA 2K23. I hit the button. Come on, 6,000. I got an ace. That's pretty cool. So there's a home gym pulley system, tribe workout system for lat pull down, bicep curl, shoulders, back. 69 bucks on Amazon. Looks like you just hook it up into your ceiling or your door. So there's something about OfferUp. I just love looking at what people are selling, how they have it priced. Oh, see, yeah, I'll be looking down and I realize it's on there. I guess OfferUp wasn't really making any money on people posting their items for free and selling it. You know, I guess the ads wasn't paying enough. So they are now, they have a jobs section where, similar to Indeed, so I guess during the week this week I'll get one of my empty totes out and go through and just clear out all of the clutter in the drawers, my file cabinet, and my junk drawers. Get all of that done before, you know, anything else. Go through closets and throw away stuff I don't need to have anymore. Having the boxes and things when you move is really convenient though. Alright. Gotta put those clothes in the dryer and the next load in the washer. So a lot of times I like to look at the jobs that are currently on the thread. And I can literally see there's nothing in my field. So I'm like, yeah, better stick with this or switch over to something else. I'll be right back. Ace, deuce of diamonds. I feel like I've been sitting out so much he's attacking me. One way to find out. Yep. Feel like I missed a bunch of hands. He figured I was sitting out, he could just raise and steal my blind. No, I was really putting clothes in the dryer, putting other clothes in the washing machine. You know, just getting shit done. Arms are a little sore from basketball. Didn't work out. Get on the punching bag this week. He's attacking this short stack. Yep, that's the right move. You make them pay. Good job, Kokomo. The thing that upsets me is the guys that have the chip lead, they continue to give them the lead. And as they win hands, they're winning more knockout bonuses. It's kind of frustrating. So I was gonna raise, but he did it for me. So the guy that I drove back to the casino today, he said he was cheating at Baccarat. Baccarat is a game where you bet player or banker. I had another person that got in trouble doing that, and he told me that he had a lot of money betting on one way. It was either player or banker, and then after the cards came out, he switched where his chips were at to get paid. Oh, we made it to another break, man. We're so lucky, so blessed. I actually have to run to the store and get some AAA batteries for my mouse. Said it was at 2% last night. I should have got it when I was there earlier. I'm gonna run real quick. See if I can get it real quick. Maybe not. I'll just play with it till it dies. So, in light of the subject matter, um, you know, casinos and what they consider cheating and whatnot. Now, when it comes to cheating, I feel like this is cheating in the casino. And you're wrong if you're doing this. If you have a bet placed on this, and then it comes out this, and you try to move your chips to what the winning thing is, that's cheating. Because you're changing what you had originally placed as the bet. So that's cheating. You know, if you try to say you had something bet somewhere and you didn't, that's cheating the casino out of their money. But what I don't view as cheating is people that are good at blackjack that know how to count cards. That is a skill set, and a lot of players have been backed away, asked to leave, banned from the casino because they are able to make money playing blackjack. Now, is it wrong for them to be able to, like, I feel like as long as they're counting cards in their head and they are not using a machine, you know, they're not pulling out their phone to do the count, I don't think it's cheating. If you good enough to where you can do that stuff in your head and you can make money at the blackjack table, I feel the casino is wrong. Because they are just doing, well, we have the right to refuse you. But if you sit there and lose all your money, they're not going to say jack shit to you, you know? And they only do it when you're winning. And the reason I speak on this, I've had this happen to me at Choctaw. They accused me of counting cards because of the way I was varying my bets. I'm varying my bets, and they said that I was being backed off or backed away or something. And I'm like, what does that mean? I'm banned? And they were like, no. It just means you can't play blackjack for the rest of the day. You can do anything else but blackjack. We don't want your action at blackjack. I was able to keep the chips I had, but I was told to leave the blackjack table. And I was winning. And I wasn't even up a lot. I was up like $500. This is like way back in the day. It was like a $10 table. But, you know, for them to say, you're varying your bets and, you know, we don't want your action. I mean, if I'd lost $500, it wouldn't have said nothing. But, you know, I've studied what they call a running count system for blackjack. So the running count system is like a number line. So when the dealer's shuffling the cards to put in the acrylic shoe, that's when the count starts. When you start a new shoe, the count is at 0. In order to manipulate the count, they always put one card, discard deck. They put one card in the discard deck so you don't know what that card is, so your count's always off by 1. Even with your count being off by 1, possibly, you're still in good shape if you follow the count. So, me and an old roommate, I bought a acrylic shoe from Spencer's, and I bought 8 decks of cards, and I had some poker chips. And I had done research on this whole running count thing, and we just sat there with the chips at the kitchen table, pretending we were increasing the bet based off of what the count was. And basically, every 10 jack, queen, king, and ace is a -1. Every 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 is a +1. So if you have 3 plus cards and the count is 0, you're at +3. If you have say you're at +3 and then you have 7 negative cards, well then you're at -4. That's why I say it's like a number line. And then say you're at -4 and you have 10 plus cards, then your count's +6. So the theory on the whole running count system is this: 2 through 6 are +1s, 10 through ace are -1s. All other cards are considered neutral. You don't even count those, right? And the higher the count is plus positive, the more likely that negative cards have to come out. Well, the negative cards are 10s, faces, and aces. Well, those cards give you 20s and 21s. So if the count is plus positive and I'm supposed to get negative, and this also increases the chance of the dealer getting dealt 20s and 21s, but statistically the odds are in your favor, so you increase the bet. Well, what I kind of figured out is when the count is 0 or negative, you bet the minimum. Also, if the count is negative and I'm betting the minimum, I split for the minimum on every split hand no matter what I'm facing. I double down, because what I'm doing is I'm getting cards out of the shoe trying to get plus positive, especially on these split hands. So I might have a pair of 2s versus a 16. And people will say don't split them, but if the count is negative, I'm going to split them, and I'm going to hit my way all the way out on both of those hands, trying to get the count back plus positive. Then, if the count's plus positive, go into the next hand, because basically I've made 2 hands, and I'm getting more cards out for the minimum, instead of playing another hand and the count still being negative, and another hand. Say we had to play 4 more hands in a row of the count being negative, but by me splitting these 2 cards for the price of 2 betting units, I'm able to hit out those cards that would be 4 more hands. 4 more hands at $10 a pop is $40. But by splitting, I only spent 20, and I got the 4 more hands out of the way. So I saved myself, if I only had 10 bet and then I only split 1, I saved myself $30. And I got the count going back positive. So I would do that a lot, Sometimes the dealer would have something showing that was really bad, and I'd double down on a hard something. They call floor for that. Well, I'm crazy. I'll do that. So they said my play was just way too sporadic. My bets were varying too much, and they backed me away. And I can't believe it, man. I was just like, there was a trip where a friend of mine had qualified for a poker tournament back when they had like a TJ Cloutier poker series at Choctaw. It's in the 2000s and something. And his name's Kyle Wilbanks, friend of mine. And he was like, hey man, you want to split a hotel room double queen? He's like, I qualify for this tournament, but I really can't swing it, but if you split the room with me and help me out with the gas, I'm in this tournament. So I was like, yeah, I'll go with you. So we go. We get there, and the only blackjack tables that have like seating are the $25 tables, because this place is packed. So I go to the $25 tables, and Kyle's sitting there. He's like, I'm not going to play this. It's going to hurt the money I have. And I was like, man, just watch me, and you'll get it. I was like, it's not that hard. So I'm playing these $25 tables, and I'm building up chips. And he sees me winning, so he decides to jump in. Well, he jumps in, he loses, I win. He loses, I win. And, it's just not working well for him. He winds up losing like $300, $400. I wound up making like $865 or something, $875 or something, in like an hour. And I'm up for the trip. I'm done. I'm not playing any poker, anything. It's the first hour we got there. And he was like, "You're not gonna play anything else?" I said, "No, man." I said, "I made almost $1,000. This trip's been good for me. I'm gonna go back to the room. You let me take the car." So I took the car and went back to the room and chilled while he played the poker tournament. I told him, just text me when you need me to come pick him up. I went and came pick him up. He wound up cashing in the tournament. He won like $1,100, but he didn't get the oil change on the car. And it wasn't like, oh, I went past my oil change. It's like you didn't get the oil change for like a long time, to where the oil light is coming on. And he dropped me off at my house, and then he said the motor started making a knocking noise. And he was down the street from my house. Well, I had a buddy that had a car repair shop, still has a car repair shop. So I took him over there. And, it cost him every bit of the money he won to get another motor put in there. And he actually called and accused me of, oh, well, it's a real coincidence that it cost exactly what I made in the poker tournament to get the motor replaced. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you saying? I didn't get any of that money. I didn't make anything. That's what a mechanic charges. You got a motor taken out and put in another motor. That's gonna cost. Really, he's lucky it was $1,100, because it must have been a rebuilt engine. It had to be. It couldn't have been a brand new motor, because you're spending more than that. But anyway, it just, it really pissed me off, because I went to this thing to help you. You told me you hadn't got the oil change when we talked about the oil light situation. And then you went on ahead, drove without putting oil in it, when all you had to do was stop and get a quart of oil. I even asked you to stop and get a quart of oil if the oil light was on. You had $1,100 in your pocket. A quart of oil would have cost you $5 maybe, if on the high side. And you just refused to do so. So it's one of them things where it's like, you did it to yourself. But anyhow, he wound up not wanting to be friends with me after a while after that. But it had nothing to do with the engine incident. He got into heavy drugs, and I'd never been into drugs. I was into poker, but I wasn't into heavy drugs. I don't do drugs. It's not my thing. I won't. I drink, but I don't do anything. And he was on a date with this girl, and he really, really liked her. She took him to a Mavericks game. She took him to a Mavericks game. She was like really well off, lived in a really nice place. He had never been to a Mavericks game, never like sitting courtside. He was like really into this girl because of her financial situation versus his. And basically, the girl started back dating her ex. And there was some kind of weird situation where she told him, like, she wasn't interested, she's back seeing her ex or whatever. But he just refused to, like, not come around, or I don't know. There was this situation where it was him, her, and the ex at her house. And her and the ex were doing meth. And he wanted to impress her, so he did it too. And he got hooked on it. He had never done it before, but he did it that night, you know, and from what I see from the people in custody, meth is a pretty addictive thing. It's not something you can just walk off. It takes a lot to get off of it. So, but I don't know. I think a friend of mine was asking me about him, and I told them about that. And they went back and like called him and was like, "Dude, you know, EA said that you were on meth." Da, da, da. He was like, "That's not true. That's not true." So they called me back and was like, "Hey, Kyle said you're a liar." And I was like, "Who makes up a story like that? That detailed about him, this guy, and this girl, the girl he wanted to date?" But she would, yeah, you know, that's like too detailed. I was like, first of all, who is Kyle Wilbanks and why is he so important that I have to create a lie about him doing this and getting on that? It doesn't make sense. I don't benefit from this story at all, you know. Anyway, hopefully he's clean. I've looked for him on Facebook a couple times. I just haven't been able to find him. But maybe one day he'll turn up. But and that was the weird thing about that story, because I was on that trip with him that day, and I didn't get backed away. But at the $10 table late at night one night, when I'm up $500 versus $875, I get backed away. I was up like $510, and they told me they didn't want me to play anymore the rest of the night. I was just like, fuck off. I almost wanted to go to jail that night. And I really think, you know, sometimes it can be the pit bosses, you know. Yeah, this one's a fold. But just talking about him makes me wanna see if his look who died in an accident. I think you know him. So sorry. What the hell? There's these weird like Facebook things where it's like a person I know sends me a link and says, "Look who died in an accident. I think you know." When you click on it, it's like a scam or something. That's why I don't get on Facebook. Yeah, they're just raising the steel blinds at this point. I just don't have a hand where I can push back. Let's see if Kyle Wilbanks is still around. Crazy thing is, this guy was like really smart. He used to work for Google back in the day. Like he was some type of computer guy. Hey, there he is. He's here. He's still around. All right, Kyle Wilbanks. Damn, you still live in the same place though. All right. Wonder if he plays any poker. Wonder if he's still mad about me telling the truth. Man, there's so much money out there. I gotta call with this one. See if I can get lucky. Well, I hit top pair. Can't really bet. I can only call. Okay, so he's one of these people that consistently, repeatedly, never posts a thing, but updates his profile photo all the time. We gotta put some money in there, get less people involved. I'm gonna add him. This guy was a really smart poker player. I mean, really, really smart. Like the math and everything, statistically. I mean, he's a smart guy, so it's not even hard for him to do the math and all of that. So, man, there's too many big stacks in this pot. I can't bet them off. I got top pair, shitty kicker, flush came in, straight came in. A lot of scary cards.